99% of the population. I've only found one person out of Israel who is a lady who's impacting millions of people. One person had a complete congruency in values. I've done thousands, hundreds of thousands of people on value determination over 40 years. One person was completely congruent. The rest of them have varying degrees of delusions about who they are. And I don't mean to be crude about it, but it's just a fact. And people have fantasies about who they are. And I had a woman that said, well, my highest value is my children. I said, really? How many hours a day are you with your children? She said, 45 minutes to an hour and a half. I said, where's most of your day? Where's most of your day? She said, 10 hours at work and 2 hours thinking about work a day. So 12 hours a day is that. And then I said, and then you're doing 45 minutes to an hour with your kids? Yeah. Where's the other hours? There's still another 5 hours there or so. And she goes, socially interacting with people that will help me grow my business. I said, so the real truth is about 16 hours a day is business. So you want to tell me your kids are number one? She goes, well, I think they should be. I said, shoulds are not you. Those are outside injected values from mothers, fathers, preachers, teachers, or somebody else, some tradition or convention you're trying to subordinate to. You got to look at what your life demonstrates. Your actions speak louder than any word you come up with. I'm interested in what your life demonstrates. And when you find that out, you make progress. That's when you finally realize, whoa, my life is demonstrating it. I travel. I mean, I'm going to hit 20 million miles next year in travel.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so that don't tell you that travel is important to me.
Yes.
And speaking is important. I mean, this is 231st speaking engagement that I'm doing tonight, this year.
Wonderful.
Just this year.
Yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, I've done thousands of speaking engagements over the years.
Yes.
And so if you look at what my life demonstrates, I research in between my speaking engagements, and I'm doing interviews throughout the day. So I can make up stuff. You know, I did go out and swim and exercise this morning a bit because I'm planning on doing surfing on my 65th birthday in Hawaii coming up.
Oh,
so I'm getting prepared for it. Big wave riding. So, but at the same time, that's a small little piece of what I do. Most of my day is demonstrated by teaching and researching and traveling. So I can make up bullshit, but the real truth is what your life demonstrates. That's what's really important to you. You got to be honest with yourself and not judge it. Because if you're judging it to other people's values, you're expecting to live in other people's values, and you're not going to get anywhere doing that. You'll just defeat yourself thinking there's something wrong with you. You can't stay focused. Why do I keep sabotaging? Why can't I stay disciplined? You're disciplined and you're not sabotaging in your own values. Just got to find out what they are. That's why I put that on my website to help people do it. Complimentary.
Yes, yes. It's actually really helpful. It is amazing because sometimes you go on in life and, you know, you think your values are something like the lady you shared before, and all of a sudden you feel like, no. When you're faced with the facts in front of you and there is nowhere you can hide, it's right there. And this is who I am, and this is the values that I'm holding. And these are the results I'm having. And it actually is.
When you actually see the values, you get to see exactly why you have the results you have.
Yes.
And you also, and what's interesting is that most people project their values onto others and expect others to live in their values, which is futile. And I see it in parents all the time with kids, you know. The kid is playing video games all day long and he's not doing what is important. And I go, no, that may be the next Bill Gates for all you know.
Yeah.
My son is a video YouTuber. 23 years he's been doing it.
Oh,
And, you know, he's got thousands of followers around here, and he's probably going to be multimillionaire in the YouTube industry. So, you know, I never told him, I said, you know, you can't do that. I told him, if you're going to do it, you're going to have to make a living at it, because I'm not going to take care of you all your life. But at the same time, he decided to make a business out of it. Great. If that's what he wants to do, it's his love. He deserves to do what he loves. That's it. But it's not what we're supposed to project onto him. We're not here to give them their values. We're here to expand information around their values so that it's intrinsically expanding. Yeah. There's a huge difference there. People don't get that. And parents are autocrats sometimes, trying to force their kids into being something else, and then they pay the price later.
Yeah, it is so true. The projection that we have in our kids is amazing, and the amount of expectations that we have, that, you know, we want them to be the doctors or the engineers or whatever it is, you know, like my parents did. And, you know, it's
that's great.
Yes.
if the child wants to be an engineer and a doctor and that, fantastic. I wanted to be a doctor when I did. Nobody had to tell me. I set out to do it. But at the same time, if that's not where your heart is,
Yes.
I certainly have people in examples when they hit midlife crisis and they go, "This is it? You know, I've been pleasing my mommy and daddy for the last 20 years. You know, what about my own life in here?" And they can be trapped trying to do that and have health issues. So you have to be true to yourselves.